It's Steelers Cowboys week. And whatever the records, whatever the stakes, the Steelers and Cowboys always mean something. And to many football fans across the country, even in other countries, it means a lot. The two are set to take the field in Pittsburgh Sunday night. There may be older franchises and longer rivalries in the NFL, but Steelers Cowboys has a certain magic that was born from a history of epic moments, Hall of Fame performers, and championship showdowns. Over the past 50 years, no teams have been more successful or more popular than the Steelers and Cowboys, with fan bases that not only span the country, but extend across the globe. Since the 1970 NFL merger, the Steelers have won more games than any team in football. The Cowboys are second. The teams have combined for 16 Super Bowl appearances and 11 Super Bowl titles. They are the only teams to meet each other in 3 different Super Bowls. The rivalry dates back to the earliest days for Dallas. In 1960, the first game the expansion Cowboys ever played came against the Steelers. Quarterback Bobby Lane threw 4 touchdown passes to lead Pittsburgh to the win. But the rivalry would truly take off in the 1970s with a clash of cities and styles. The high-tech glamour Cowboys against the hard-nosed blue-collar Steelers. Dallas glitz against Pittsburgh grit. When they met in Super Bowl X, it was the most-watched Super Bowl at that time. And Lynn Swann and the Steelers stole the show.
Swann going after cover, and it's juggled. Swann catches it on a circus catch. Swann pulls it in for a touchdown. Lynn Swann beat his man on a bomb.
As Pittsburgh beat Dallas 21-17. When the two met again in Super Bowl XIII, the game was billed as a battle of champions, where the winner would become the first team to capture 3 Super Bowl titles.
Caught by Stallworth at the 35, breaks the tackle, comes over the 40, the 45, 75-yard strike to Johnny Stallworth.
In an epic game that featured 16 future Hall of Fame players, the Steelers once again came out on top.
And the Rock went up and snagged it for the TD.
And would go on to become the team of the decade. Through the 70s and 80s, the Steelers won 6 of the 8 meetings between the teams. Following the 1995 season, the teams rekindled their Super Bowl rivalry in Super Bowl XXX, in what was once again the most-watched Super Bowl at that time. Over the years, the players and venues have changed. In 2004, the Steelers made their final visit to Old Texas Stadium with a new star quarterback. Rookie Ben Roethlisberger and veteran Jerome Bettis helped Pittsburgh overcome a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit and pulled out a dramatic win.
With 30 seconds left, the bus ran around left end.
In 2008, the Cowboys played for the first time in Heinz Field, and the Steelers once again overcame a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit.
Townsend, touchdown, Pittsburgh!
In 2016, a memorable fourth-quarter fake spike from Roethlisberger was only overshadowed by a Cowboys scoring run in the game's final moments. In 2020, Roethlisberger notched a fourth-quarter comeback in a win in Dallas. Over the decades, their matchups have featured 4 Hall of Fame coaches in Chuck Noll, Tom Landry, Bill Cowher, and Jimmy Johnson. There have been legendary performers and late-game heroics. They played for the biggest stakes on the game's biggest stage. It's been 4 years since these two franchises last met. And while it's a matchup that doesn't come around often, it's one that is always worth the wait. This Sunday night, it's once again time for Steelers Cowboys. Get ready for something big.